Good morning, dear students. Today, let me explain you about a new chapter, what is known as dairy farming, and this comes under paper 5.2, that is applied zoology. As you observe in this slide, you find various types of breeds of cattle are being shown here, and these are the different breeds of cattle that are said to be the indigenous varieties or the indigenous breeds of cattle of India. Students, you know what you mean by indigenous breeds? The breeds which are native of our country, they are said to be indigenous breeds, and those which are imported from or brought from other countries, they are known as exotic varieties or the exotic breeds of cattle. Definition: a dairy farming is an activity established for the harvesting or processing of animal milk, mostly from cows or goats, but also from buffaloes, sheep, horses, or camels for human consumption. A dairy farming in typical language is basically the production of dairy products like cheese, butter, milk, and other such milk compounds. Some important facts about milk. A daily glass of milk provides a 5-year-old child with 21% of protein requirements, 8% of calories, sorry, 8% of calories, and some key micronutrients also. And for an adult, it provides calcium, magnesium, selenium, riboflavin, vitamin B12, and vitamin B5. Coming to the history of this dairy farming. Dairy farming has been part of agriculture for thousands of years. Historically, it has been one part of small, diverse farms. The earliest evidence of cheese making in the archaeological record dates back to 5500 BC in what is now Kujavi, Poland, where strainers with milk fat molecules have been found. Even the paintings of Egypt showcase dairy farming in paintings that date back to 2630 BC. Introduction, or in other words, scope. It gives good opportunity for those who are looking for long-term business. While the farming sector is more or less stagnant, the dairy sector has seen much activity. In the past 15 years, milk production in India has doubled and is now over 113 million in an year. That is 113 million tons in an year. India is the second largest producer of the milk. Future: Indian milk production is growing at about 3 to 4% per annum. However, due to increasing population, per capita availability of milk is expected to increase by only about 1.5% per annum. For an economy growing at about 8% per annum, this increase in availability will be grossly inadequate. Production growing at only 3 to 4% and consumption growing at more than double the rate leads to a mismatch between demand and supply. You know, there are so many other such consequences of overpopulation, and even in milk production we are facing that one kind of problem from overpopulation. Coming to some status of milk production across different countries, and that has been shown in a graphical representation. And in the year 2010, the production in terms of million tons or the metric tons, as you see here, US has produced 346.26 metric tons of milk, and it is about 117 metric tons in India, and about 41.14% of the metric tons by China, and about 35.49 from Pakistan, and about 31.82% from Brazil, and 29.67% from Germany, and remaining others. Coming to Operation Flood, probably all heard about this Operation Flood. Operation Flood, started by National Dairy Developmental Board in 1970, made India the largest producer of milk in the world. That is the second largest producer of the milk in the world. Objectives of this Operation Flood: increase in the milk production, augment rural incomes, reasonable price for consumers. Achievements: number one, phenomenal growth of milk production in India from 20 million metric tons to 100 million metric tons in a span of just 40 years. The dairy cooperative movement encouraged Indian dairy farmer to keep more animals, which has resulted in 500 million cattle and buffalo population in our country. And it is covering more than 12,500 villages of 22 states. Coming to some important breeds of cattle, as I already mentioned you that the breeds of cattle can be classified into different types on two different bases. The first basis is based on the origin. As I said earlier, based on the origin, there are two types of cattle breeds. One is indigenous breeds and the other one is exotic breeds. Indigenous breeds means native breeds, and exotic breeds means which have been brought from other countries. However, based on the utility of these cattle or the use of these cattle to human beings, they are further classified into the following types. Number one, milch breeds. Second one, dual purpose breeds. Third type, draught purpose breeds. Coming to milch breeds, there are so many breeds, but here I have mentioned you some important breeds of these cattle. Number one is Gir variety. Second one, Sahiwal. Third one, Red Sindhi. And fourth one, Thar Parkar. So all these are said to be milch breeds. Probably you could guess what actually these milch breeds are. They are the ones which are well known for milk production. Then coming to draught purpose breeds or draft purpose breeds, as the name itself suggests, here the cattle are mainly concerned on the basis of the utility, particularly in agricultural fields, for various activities that are being done in agricultural fields like lifting water from the wells, and then harrowing, and then harvesting, and then lifting of water from the wells, and so many other activities which you might know. So the important draught breeds of cattle in our country are Hallikar, Amrit Mahal, Kilari, Burgur, Nagori, Bachaur, Malvi, Kankata, Kerigor, Kangayam, Ponwar, Siri, Gavalo, Krishna Valley, Red Kandari, and Vechur. So these are some important draft breeds of India. Coming to dual purpose breeds, as the name itself suggests, dual purpose breeds means the males are suitable for drafting purpose while the females are useful for milking purpose or to get the milk from them. So hence the name dual purpose breeds. So both are used here. Whereas in case of milch breeds, the males are not good drafters, and in case of draft purpose breeds, the females are not good milkers. But in dual purpose breeds, it is both male and females that are beneficial type, hence called dual purpose breeds. Some important dual purpose breeds are Haryana, Ongol, Kankraj, Dionyai, Nimari, Dangi, Mewati, and Roti. Let us go through them one by one. First one is Gir variety. This breed is otherwise known as Desan, Gujarati, Khathiwari, Sorti, and Surati. It is originated in Gir forests of South Kathiawar in Gujarat, and the basic colors of skin are white with dark red or chocolate brown patches, or sometimes black or purely red, as it is shown in the picture. Horns are peculiarly curved, giving a half moon appearance. That's what you can make out very easily in the picture. And the milk yield is ranging from 1200 to 1800 kgs per lactation period. You know what actually lactation period is? Once a cattle or a cow gives birth to a calf, it starts milking now, and till it gives milk continuously until it becomes what you call conceived, or what you call it is ready for giving next calf. It's keep on giving the milk, and this entire period is said to be lactation period. And the age at first calving is about 45 to 54 months, and intercalving period from 515 to 600 days. So these are some important features of this Gir variety. Then comes the Sahiwal variety. It is originated in Montgomery district in present Pakistan, and this breed otherwise known as Lola or loose skin, and Lambibar, Montgomery, Multani, Teli, etc. The color is reddish dun or pale red, sometimes flashed with white patches, and the average milk yield of this breed is between 2725 and 3175 kgs per lactation period of 300 days. Next comes the red Sindhi. This breed is otherwise called as red Karachi and Sindhi, and this breed mostly found in Karachi and Hyderabad district of Pakistan, and the color is red with shades varying from dark red to light stripes of white in between. And the milk yield ranges from 1100 to 2600 kgs. It is widely used in crossbreeding programs, and the age at first calving is 39 to 50 months, and intercalving period from 425 to 540 days. Then comes the Tharparkar. It is originated in Tharparkar district of South East Sindh in Pakistan, and otherwise known as White Sindhi or Grey Sindhi and Thari. The body color is white or light grey. The bullocks are quite suitable for ploughing and casting, and the cows are good milch animals, and the milk production is about 1800 to 2600 kgs per lactation period. And the age at first calving ranges from 38 to 42 months, and intercalving period from 430 to 460 days. Next comes the Malenadu Gidda, and as the name itself suggests, they are found in Sagar, Hosnagara, Tirthalli, Shimoga, and Bhadravati are the Malenadu areas of Karnataka. Udupi Krishna accepts milk from this cow only for his Abhishekam, and they are drought based and very small in size. They are highly resistant to most diseases and can sustain on very little food. They are not only good milk cows, but their milk has very good medicinal values as well as taste also. Coming to some dual purpose breeds, Haryana. It was originated from Rohtak, Hisar, Jind, and Gurgaon districts of Haryana. Horns are small, that you can make out very clearly in the picture, and the bullocks are good workers. Haryana cows are good milkers, yielding on an average of 1.5 kgs of milk per day in a lactation period of 300 days. And the average milk yield is about 600 to 800 kgs per lactation period. And the age at which first calving is 40 to 60 months. Then comes the Ongol, otherwise known as Nellore, and home tract is Ongol Taluk in Guntur district of Andhra Pradesh. It is large, heavy, muscular body. Forehead is broad with stumpy horn, thick at the base. Hump is well developed, some prominent hump you can make out in the picture also. And the average milk yield is 1000 kgs, and the age at first calving is 38 to 45 months with an inter-calving period of 470 days. Next comes the conkerage. It is otherwise called as Vedad or Wedged, Vadiyar. Originated from southeast Rann of Kutch of Gujarat and adjoining Rajasthan, that is Barmer and Jodhpur district. Color of the animal varies from silver grey to iron grey or steel black. The gait of conkerage is peculiar, called as 1/4 paces, that is savai chal. Conkerage is valued for fast, powerful draft cattle, useful in plowing and carting. And it has a very prominent horn with U shape, and very long horn it has, that you can make out very clearly in the picture. And the cows are good milkers, yielding about 1360 kgs of milk per lactation period. Next comes the Dangi. The breeding tract of Dangi is Nasik, Ahmednagar districts of Maharashtra. Dangi breed is also known as Khandadi, and Dangi cattle are extensively used for plowing, harrowing, and other field operations, and for carting timber from forest area. Dangi cattle have distinct white coat color with red or black spots distributed unevenly over the body, that you can make out very clearly in the picture. Horns are short and thick with lateral pointing tips, and animals with inward pointing horns or downward pointing horn tips are also available in sizable numbers. The head is usually small with a slightly protruding forehead, and the average milk yield per lactation is 430 kilograms with an average milk fat of 4.3%. The lactation milk yield ranges from 175 to 800 kgs. Next comes the Deonite, and this breed otherwise known as Dongarpati, Dongari and Venera, Wagid, Balenka and Shivera. It is originated in Marathwada region of Maharashtra state and adjoining part of Karnataka and western Andhra Pradesh states. Body color is usually spotted black and white, and the horn covered outward and backwards, and it has dipped sheath and arched ribs, strong quarters, heavy dewlaps, and pendulous sheath. Age at first calving ranges from 894 to 1540 days with an average of 1391 days. And the milk yield ranges from 636 to 1230 kgs with an average of 940 days. Calving interval averages between 447 days and 500 days. Next comes the Rati. Rati found in the arid regions of Rajasthan, and it takes its name from a pastoral tribe called Rats. The breeding tract of this breed lies in the heart of Thar desert, consisting of Bikaner, Ganganagar and Jaisalmer districts of Rajasthan. The animals are usually brown with white patches all over the body, but animals having completely brown or black coat with white patches are also seen. The Rathi cows are efficient and good milkers. The cows on an average produces 1560 kilograms of milk, and the lactation milk yield ranges from 1062 to 2810 kgs, and the selected cows have produced around 4800 kgs at farmers doorstep. Then comes the Mevati, also known as Kosi or Mehwati, is a drought purpose breed, and the breeding tract includes Gurgaon and Faridabad districts of Haryana, Alwar and Bharatpur districts of Rajasthan, and Mathura district of Uttar Pradesh. Mewati cattle are powerful and docile, that is, with mild temperament, and are useful for heavy plowing, carting, and drawing water from deep wells. Mewati cattle are usually white with neck, shoulders, and quarters of a darker shade. Horns are smaller to medium in size and emerge upwards, and then inwards in majority of the animals. However, in some animals, the horns emerge outwards and upward, and the tips of the horns are pointed. Face is long and narrow with straight, sometimes slightly bulging forehead, and the average lactation or yield reported is around 958 kgs. So this is all about today's class. So we'll continue our discussion in the next class. Thank you.